So come and learn about the brain with me and our stress bucket. So everyone has a stress bucket, and in solution-focused hypnotherapy, we refer to our stress bucket as our hippocampus, which is our primitive part of the brain. Now in our brains, we have our left prefrontal cortex, which is our intellectual part of the brain, and it's where we make all of our rational, forward-thinking, positive decisions. And it's generally that part of the brain that we want to be working from to get the very best out of our days. Now, unfortunately, there is another part of our brain, which is our primitive part of the brain. Our fight, flight, freeze area of the brain is essential as it keeps us safe and it keeps us from getting into danger, and essentially it keeps us alive. But unfortunately, if we're working from that part of the brain too much, we will be anxious people, and we don't want that. So, what happens when we work from that part of the brain too much? Well, our stress bucket gets too full. And in our stress bucket, everyone has it. We've got things that we've got sitting in there from days gone by, childhood trauma, a breakup, an illness that we've had in the past, things that have made us scared and anxious. Perfectly normal. They'll be sitting in that stress bucket anyway, and everyone will have that. But day to day, you'll have the things that will be causing you anxiety. So there'll be things like a deadline that you need to meet. There'll be stress at work, there'll be stressful situations at home, financial difficulties, illnesses, constant pain, children that are playing up, not enough sleep. All of these things go into our stress bucket, and unfortunately, when there's too much, it will be really, really horrendous because your stress bucket will be virtually overflowing. And when your stress bucket is virtually overflowing, that's when we'll become unbearably anxious, we'll be having panic attacks, and days and nights will feel really horrendous, and we don't want that. So how do we get into the intellectual part of the brain again, where we will be happier, focused, and able to deal with all of the stress that comes our way? Well, the best thing to do is actually get a good night's sleep. So having a good night's sleep, day in, day out, will make sure that your stress bucket is manageable. What else will help you get that stress bucket emptier? Well, there'll be things like doing things that make you feel good. So a little bit of movement every day, getting outside, natural light in your eyes, spending time with loved ones, laughter, looking forward to things and doing things that make you feel good, maybe for others as well. So that will all help your stress bucket be as empty as possible. And that's how we become resilient, happy, positive people. And that's our aim in solution-focused hypnotherapy. So if you'd like to find out if it's right for you, please get in touch for your free initial consultation, and I'll speak to you then.